Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own thoughts, unguarded. This timeless quote highlights one of life's most profound truths. The greatest battles we face are often fought within our minds. Negative thinking, a silent adversary, can infiltrate our thoughts, limit our potential, and affect our overall well-being. These thoughts can manifest as self-doubt, anxiety, fear, and pessimism, hindering our ability to live a fulfilling life. The weight of these mental chains can be overwhelming, leaving us stuck in cycles of negativity that impact everything from our relationships to our career and health. The struggle to silence these negative thoughts is a battle that everyone faces, whether consciously or unconsciously. Yet, the answer to overcoming this internal adversary is not necessarily in fighting harder, but in understanding and reframing the way we approach our thoughts. One of the most powerful systems for doing so comes from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher who championed the art of mastering the mind. In his writings, Aurelius outlined strategies to combat destructive thinking, allowing us to break free from negativity and achieve mental clarity. The key to conquering negative thinking lies in the practice of awareness. Most of the time, we are unaware of the thoughts that dominate our minds, simply reacting to them as though they are truths. Negative thoughts often feel like an automatic response to life's challenges. But what if we could reframe our mindset to view these thoughts for what they truly are? Fleeting, not permanent. Understanding this distinction is the first step in taking control over your mental state and, by extension, your life. This journey toward mental mastery is not about eliminating negativity entirely. It's about learning to recognize it and choosing how we respond. The process of killing negative thinking involves cultivating a mindset that questions and challenges those negative beliefs, replacing them with more balanced, empowering perspectives. By adopting the principles of Stoicism, we can not only manage negative thoughts, but transform them into opportunities for personal growth and strength. If you find value in our journey, please hit the subscribe button and watch until the end. You're different from the majority. Consider yourself an exception. This guide explores how you can apply ancient Stoic wisdom to modern-day struggles, specifically in eliminating the negative thinking that clouds your mind. Through the timeless teachings of Marcus Aurelius, you'll learn how to shift your mindset, regain control over your thoughts, and live a life of greater resilience, peace, and fulfillment. It's time to take the first step toward conquering the battle within, killing the negative thinking that holds you back from living the life you deserve. So are you ready to start your Stoic journey with Stoic control, where timeless truths meet everyday life? Understanding the roots of negative thinking. Negative thinking doesn't arise out of nowhere. It is often rooted in past experiences, traumas, or societal influences that shape the way we view ourselves and the world around us. From a young age, we are exposed to various external factors, family dynamics, education, media, and social interactions that all contribute to how we perceive ourselves. These early experiences can instill deep-seated beliefs about our worth, our abilities, and our place in the world. Over time, these beliefs form the foundation of negative thought patterns that influence our behavior and outlook on life. At the heart of negative thinking lies the human tendency to focus on what's wrong rather than what's right. This instinct to focus on danger, failure, or inadequacy is rooted in survival instincts developed over centuries. In ancient times, it was beneficial to constantly be aware of threats, ensuring our survival. However, in the modern world, this negative bias can become a handicap, causing us to overemphasize our failures and shortcomings while dismissing our strengths and successes. Understanding this evolutionary predisposition is crucial in recognizing that our negative thoughts are not a reflection of reality, but rather a mental habit ingrained over time. One of the core challenges of negative thinking is the tendency to generalize and catastrophize. Negative thinkers often engage in cognitive distortions, such as assuming the worst possible outcome or believing that a single mistake defines their entire character. These exaggerated thoughts fuel feelings of helplessness and anxiety, which in turn perpetuate a cycle of negativity. The danger here is that when we repeatedly entertain these distorted thoughts, they become ingrained in our subconscious, leading us to believe that they are the truth. Identifying these cognitive distortions is an essential step toward breaking free from negative thinking. A major root of negative thinking also lies in the lack of self-compassion. Many people hold themselves to impossibly high standards and engage in constant self-criticism. This inner dialogue often reflects the harshest judgments and comparisons, leading to feelings of unworthiness and self-doubt. The absence of self-compassion creates a mental environment ripe for negativity to thrive. When we fail to show ourselves the kindness and understanding we would offer others, we exacerbate our inner turmoil. Developing a sense of self-compassion is an antidote to these destructive thought patterns, as it allows us to treat ourselves with the same care and empathy we extend to those we love. In Stoic philosophy, understanding the root causes of negative thinking is the first step in controlling and ultimately eliminating it. The Stoics believed that our suffering is not caused by external events, but by our interpretation of them. By understanding where our negative thoughts originate, whether from past experiences, distorted thinking, or lack of self-compassion, we can begin to see them for what they are: temporary, changeable, and ultimately within our control. The goal is not to suppress negative thoughts, but to reframe them, using our awareness and rationality to challenge their validity and replace them with more constructive, empowering beliefs. How negative thoughts shape our reality. Negative thinking doesn't just cloud our minds, it shapes our reality in profound ways. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful, influencing how we interpret events, make decisions, and interact with others. When we allow negative thoughts to dominate our minds, they color our perception of the world, often leading to a distorted reality. This distortion can cause us to see life through a lens of pessimism, mistrust, and self-doubt, reinforcing the belief that we are powerless in the face of challenges. The way we think about ourselves and the world ultimately determines the reality we experience. One of the most striking ways negative thoughts shape our reality is through the creation of self-fulfilling prophecies. If we consistently tell ourselves that we are not capable, worthy, or deserving of success, we unconsciously act in ways that reinforce these beliefs. We may avoid opportunities, sabotage our efforts, or not take the necessary risks to reach our potential, all because of the mental narrative we've internalized. This cycle of negativity perpetuates itself, creating an ongoing feedback loop where our thoughts create actions which reinforce those same thoughts, further entrenching our negative mindset. The power of negative thinking also extends to how we view our relationships. When we are consumed by negativity, we may interpret others' actions through a lens of suspicion or defensiveness. We might assume that people are judging us, criticizing us, or intentionally harming us, even when no such intentions exist. This distortion can lead to misunderstandings, conflicts, and even isolation. In contrast, when we shift our mindset to a more positive and rational perspective, we open ourselves up to more harmonious interactions and greater understanding in our relationships. Negative thinking can also have a profound effect on our physical health. Research has shown that chronic negativity, particularly in the form of stress and anxiety, can take a toll on the body, contributing to issues like high blood pressure, weakened immune function, and sleep disturbances. The mind-body connection is powerful, and when our thoughts are dominated by negativity, our physical health often suffers as a result. On the other hand, by practicing positive thinking and adopting a mindset that focuses on resilience and growth, we can improve not only our mental well-being, but our physical health as well. The Stoics understood that our external world is largely shaped by our internal state of mind. They taught that it is not the events themselves that cause us suffering, but our judgments about those events. By changing the way we think, we can change the way we perceive the world, which in turn changes the world we experience. The Stoic practice of cognitive reframing, viewing situations from a different angle, allows us to see obstacles as opportunities and challenges as chances for growth. In essence, Stoicism teaches us that by mastering our thoughts, we can create a more empowering and fulfilling reality. Stoic wisdom, the antidote to negative thinking. The ancient teachings of Stoicism offer profound wisdom for overcoming negative thinking. At the core of Stoic philosophy is the belief that we cannot control the external events in our lives, but we can control how we respond to them. This distinction is crucial in breaking free from the cycle of negativity. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca all emphasize the importance of recognizing that our thoughts and reactions are within our control, even if the world around us is not. By focusing on what we can control, our own attitudes, judgments, and actions, we free ourselves from the shackles of negativity. One of the fundamental practices in Stoicism is the idea of distinguishing between things that are up to us and things that are not up to us. Negative thinking often arises from trying to control things beyond our control, such as the behavior of others, the outcomes of our efforts, or uncontrollable circumstances. By accepting that we cannot dictate these external factors, we relieve ourselves of the frustration and anxiety that stem from unrealistic expectations. This mindset shift allows us to focus on our internal responses, which are always within our control. When we stop resisting what we cannot change, we free ourselves to embrace peace of mind and emotional resilience. Another key Stoic concept is the practice of amor fati, which means love of fate. This philosophy encourages us to accept and even embrace every experience in life, good or bad, as an opportunity for growth. Instead of viewing adversity and challenges as signs of failure, Stoicism teaches us to see them as essential parts of the journey that contribute to our development. Negative thinking often arises when we resist or resent difficult situations, but by adopting amor fati, we can reframe setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow, thus transforming negativity into empowerment. Marcus Aurelius in particular taught that our minds are like the sky, and our thoughts are like clouds that drift through it. Just as clouds come and go, so too do our thoughts. Aurelius reminded himself daily that negative thoughts, like all thoughts, are transient and not to be clung to. By recognizing the impermanence of our negative thoughts, we can learn to let them pass without giving them undue power. This understanding helps us detach from our emotions and judgments, allowing us to remain calm and clear-headed in the face of adversity. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of virtue and the development of a strong character. The Stoics believed that true happiness comes not from external circumstances, but from living in accordance with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By focusing on cultivating these virtues, we shift our attention away from external sources of negativity, such as societal expectations, material success, or the opinions of others, and instead find contentment in the integrity of our own actions. Through the Stoic lens, negative thinking loses its grip because we stop seeking validation from external sources and instead find peace in our internal values. Marcus Aurelius, mastering your mind to overcome negativity. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, offers invaluable insights into the process of mastering negative thinking. In his personal writings, known as Meditations, he frequently reflects on the importance of self-discipline, mental clarity, and emotional resilience. His teachings emphasize that it is not the events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. By learning to control our thoughts and emotions, we gain mastery over our reactions, which ultimately leads to freedom from negativity. Aurelius was no stranger to adversity. He faced constant challenges as an emperor, including military conflicts, political instability, and personal loss. Despite these external hardships, he maintained a sense of inner calm and clarity through his Stoic practices. His ability to detach from negative emotions, accept what he could not change, and focus on his duties with composure is a testament to the power of Stoic thought in overcoming negativity. In Meditations, he often reminds himself to approach each moment with perspective and purpose, choosing to respond with rationality rather than being swept away by fleeting emotions. One of the most powerful teachings of Marcus Aurelius is his practice of negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum. This technique involves imagining the worst-case scenario in order to prepare the mind for potential hardships. While this may seem counterintuitive, Aurelius believed that by mentally preparing for adversity, we could reduce its impact on us when it inevitably occurred. This Stoic practice helps us confront our fears head-on and prevents us from spiraling into negative thinking when faced with challenges. By accepting that life is full of uncertainties and that setbacks are inevitable, we are better equipped to handle them with grace and resilience. Another essential lesson from Marcus Aurelius is the concept of self-awareness. He constantly encourages himself to examine his own thoughts and actions, ensuring they align with his values and principles. By cultivating self-awareness, we can better identify when negative thinking arises and intervene before it takes hold. Aurelius's emphasis on reflection and self-examination allows us to gain greater control over our minds, enabling us to question destructive thoughts and replace them with more rational, constructive perspectives. Ultimately, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that the key to overcoming negativity lies in mastering the mind through conscious effort and discipline. By practicing mindfulness, self-reflection, and emotional resilience, we can gradually reduce the power of negative thoughts and create a more positive, balanced mental environment. His wisdom serves as a timeless guide for anyone seeking to navigate life's challenges with strength and clarity, showing that with the right mindset, we can rise above the negativity that often clouds our perception of the world. Practical Stoic tools to defeat negative thinking. Stoicism provides a wealth of practical tools and exercises designed to help us defeat negative thinking and build a more resilient mindset. One of the most effective Stoic tools is the practice of reframing, which involves changing the way we interpret events and situations. By consciously shifting our perspective, we can transform seemingly negative experiences into opportunities for growth. For example, if we fail at a task, instead of seeing it as a personal failure, we can reframe it as a valuable learning experience that brings us closer to success. Reframing allows us to gain greater control over our thoughts and emotions, empowering us to see challenges as stepping stones rather than obstacles. Another powerful Stoic tool is journaling, which was a key practice for Marcus Aurelius himself. Writing down our thoughts and reflections can help us gain clarity, process emotions, and identify patterns in our thinking. By regularly journaling, we can track our progress in overcoming negativity and recognize when we are falling into harmful thought patterns. Journaling also provides an opportunity to express gratitude, which is a potent antidote to negative thinking. When we focus on what we are thankful for, we shift our attention away from what is wrong and instead cultivate a mindset of abundance and positivity. Meditation and mindfulness are also essential Stoic practices that can help us conquer negative thinking. The Stoics believed that mental clarity and calm could only be achieved through consistent practice of mindfulness, or the ability to be fully present in the moment without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts without becoming attached to them, allowing us to detach from negative emotions and gain perspective. This practice helps us create a mental space between stimulus and response, giving us the freedom to choose how we react to life's challenges. In addition to mindfulness, Stoics also practiced self-discipline and self-control as tools for overcoming negativity. By developing the ability to control our impulses and resist the urge to react impulsively to negative emotions, we can avoid falling into the trap of destructive thinking. Self-discipline allows us to act in accordance with our values and principles, even when faced with difficult situations. This inner strength is vital in cultivating a mindset that is resilient to negativity and capable of responding to challenges with wisdom and clarity. Finally, the Stoic concept of eudaimonia, or flourishing, serves as a powerful tool for defeating negative thinking. The Stoics believed that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external achievements or possessions, but from living a life in alignment with virtue. By focusing on cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we can shift our focus away from negative thinking and instead direct our energy toward personal growth and integrity. In doing so, we build a sense of purpose and inner peace that transcends the fluctuations of external circumstances. Turning negative thoughts into opportunities for growth. Negative thinking, while a natural part of the human experience, does not have to be an obstacle to personal growth. In fact, with the right mindset, negative thoughts can serve as powerful catalysts for change and self-improvement. The key is in how we respond to them. Instead of allowing negativity to derail our progress, we can use it as an opportunity to examine our beliefs, challenge our assumptions, and grow stronger. This is the essence of Stoic philosophy, transforming adversity into an opportunity for virtue and development. One of the Stoic practices that helps turn negative thoughts into opportunities for growth is the idea of Stoic acceptance. Rather than resisting negative thoughts or emotions, Stoicism encourages us to acknowledge them without judgment and then choose how we will respond. When we accept that negative thoughts will arise, but do not allow them to control us, we create space for growth. This acceptance allows us to examine the root causes of our negativity and identify areas in our lives where we may need to improve or adjust our approach. Another way negative thoughts can foster growth is through the practice of self-reflection. When we experience negative emotions, it's often an indication that something is out of alignment within ourselves, whether it's our beliefs, expectations, or actions. By taking time to reflect on the source of our negativity, we gain valuable insights into our personal values and motivations. This self-awareness allows us to make more informed decisions moving forward and take action to address any underlying issues, whether they are related to our relationships, career, or personal development. Negative thoughts also serve as reminders that we have the capacity to change. When we experience doubt or fear, we are often confronting the unknown or unfamiliar. These negative emotions signal that we are on the verge of a breakthrough where personal growth and transformation are possible. By viewing negative thoughts as signs of potential rather than obstacles, we embrace the idea that growth often occurs outside of our comfort zone. This mindset shift allows us to approach challenges with curiosity and openness rather than resistance. Finally, transforming negative thoughts into opportunities for growth involves adopting a mindset of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and persist in the face of adversity. Every time we overcome negative thinking, we build mental strength and resilience. This process requires practice and patience, but over time, we develop the ability to face challenges with courage and determination. In this way, negative thoughts become stepping stones on the path to personal growth and empowerment. Living a life of resilience, the power of a Stoic mindset. Resilience is a key tenet of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that it is not the challenges we face that define us, but how we respond to them. Developing a Stoic mindset allows us to meet life's difficulties with calmness, patience, and an unwavering sense of purpose. Resilience in this context doesn't mean avoiding pain or hardship, but rather learning to face them with dignity and strength. By cultivating the ability to remain composed and focused during turbulent times, we can weather life's storms with grace. A Stoic mindset encourages the practice of viewing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than as obstacles. Instead of being overwhelmed by negative emotions when things go wrong, we can choose to reflect on the situation and understand what we can control. This perspective helps us build mental fortitude as we stop seeing setbacks as failures and start seeing them as chances to become better versions of ourselves. The power of a Stoic mindset lies in its ability to transform adversity into a tool for self-improvement, allowing us to bounce back stronger and wiser from every difficulty. One of the most powerful aspects of the Stoic approach to resilience is the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. This idea suggests that we should embrace whatever happens in life, whether good or bad, as part of our destiny. By accepting and even loving our fate, we remove the resistance that often amplifies negative emotions. In doing so, we open ourselves up to greater peace and acceptance. Resilience, then, becomes a natural byproduct of this mindset, as we learn to move forward with confidence, regardless of the circumstances. Stoicism also teaches the importance of focusing on what we can control and letting go of the rest. In modern life, it's easy to get overwhelmed by external events, but the Stoic principle of focusing on our inner thoughts and reactions gives us a sense of agency and empowerment. When we let go of the need to control everything around us, we free ourselves from the stress and anxiety that comes from attempting the impossible. The real power lies in controlling how we respond to life's challenges, and this is where resilience flourishes. To live a life of resilience through a Stoic mindset, it is essential to practice daily reflection and mindfulness. By consistently questioning our thoughts, examining our reactions, and adjusting our perspectives, we become more adept at handling whatever life throws at us. With each small victory over negative thinking, we build our resilience, gradually transforming ourselves into individuals who can thrive in the face of adversity. Through this journey, we learn to live not only with strength but also with wisdom, courage, and an enduring sense of tranquility. Conclusion: killing negative thinking for good. The process of killing negative thinking is not an overnight transformation, but a gradual shift in how we perceive and respond to the world. Stoicism provides us with the tools to take control of our thoughts and reactions, helping us break free from the cycle of negativity. By embracing the principles of Stoic philosophy, we learn that negative thoughts do not define us. Rather, how we choose to react to them does. Over time, the practice of Stoicism empowers us to rise above our doubts and fears, creating space for personal growth, resilience, and inner peace. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the idea of cultivating wisdom and understanding that life is filled with both challenges and opportunities. Negative thoughts often arise in the face of difficulty, but they do not have to control us. Through self-awareness, self-reflection, and an unwavering commitment to personal growth, we can begin to dismantle the grip of negativity. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, we shift from being victims of our circumstances to being active participants in shaping our lives. The key to killing negative thinking for good is not about trying to eliminate all negative thoughts, but learning to manage them effectively. By applying Stoic techniques like reframing, mindfulness, and focusing on the present moment, we can prevent negative thoughts from spiraling out of control. With time and consistent practice, we build a mental fortress that allows us to weather any storm without being consumed by fear, anxiety, or self-doubt. As we embrace the Stoic approach to life, we not only become better at managing negative thoughts, but also develop a greater appreciation for life itself. We start to see challenges as opportunities for growth and learning, and we recognize that each experience, whether positive or negative, contributes to our journey. Stoicism teaches us that we are in control of our mindset and, by extension, our happiness and well-being. If you found value in our journey together, we humbly ask that you express your support by liking and subscribing. Your thoughtful reflections and insights are welcome in the comments below. Share this wisdom with others, and remember that the more we practice, the more natural it becomes to respond to life with resilience, wisdom, and peace of mind.